Hey everyone, I'm back, and today we're going to be talking about Gandhi. And this movie came out in 1982, and it's directed by Richard Attenborough. And this is the only movie that I've seen from him that he's directed. I know him mostly from Jurassic Park. This movie I enjoyed. I mostly watched it because it's part of this unofficial trilogy that I made for myself of movies that are supposed to be good that are over 3 hours long, and this was just one of them. And I thought it was good. I liked it. I didn't love it. I wasn't thoroughly engaged with it, really. I wasn't really that attached to everything in this movie, but I did like it more than I didn't. I can say that much. And my favorite part of this movie is obviously Ben Kingsley. I thought he did a great job, but honestly, I can't see anyone else playing this character. I thought he did an incredible job in this movie, and you really buy him as the character, and there's some great makeup effects because he ages quite a bit, and the movie takes place over the course of like 50 years, and the character is progressively getting older, every single one of them, and you do see it. And I guess maybe with their physical performances, you don't see it as much, but if we're talking just the makeup, I thought they looked the part at the very least. And I liked the ideas that this movie explores and how it just like peace is what everyone wants, or at least what the main character wants, and that's established pretty well. And the way it's explored is interesting, and the amount of times Gandhi gets arrested, it's almost like a punchline after a certain point because he gets arrested so many times. All joking aside, it did feel natural whenever that happened, and the movie is pretty well written, especially when it comes to the speech scenes. I thought those were pretty good. And the movie it did get a bit better as it went along, because for the first 20 minutes I wasn't thoroughly into it, but as the movie went along, I was starting to understand what it was going for, and there was a bit of a hook for me. I was like, okay, I'm here, I'm with this. I understand what the characters want, and here we are, and I'm into it now. And also, I did feel as though the movie focused on its strengths as it went along, like just dialogue and characters talking with each other, and that stuff I think is where the movie shines best. And the movie had plenty of solid scenes that kept me going for the most part, and as far as positives go, that's about it. And not to say that this movie is bad, but I did have quite a few issues with this movie, and most notably, the shots were just too close, and I couldn't really make out the location at many points in the film. That was something that was holding this movie back for me, would be if it was just like really well shot. I think this movie would have worked a lot better for me, but sadly, that wasn't really the case for this movie. Not to say that this movie looks bad, it was just kind of fine. Nothing really to write home about, nothing notable. It was just what you would expect. There were some scenes that did feel a bit out of place, and honestly, there were a couple of moments where I found the execution of things to be a little bit goofy. And I can't say what those things are because I don't want to spoil anything, because they're major parts of the movie, and it was only like a couple times. But they do stand out to me, and they're pretty goofy and difficult to take seriously. I also don't feel as though the 3 hour plus runtime of this movie was justified, because I did feel as though if this movie was just slightly over 2 hours, or another way to say this would be to just cut out an hour of this movie, I think it would have worked a lot better, because honestly, it didn't really give me a whole lot in terms of things to chew on or just like appreciate or really understand. I just feel as though there was some filler in this movie that just didn't need to be there, and it just would have worked a lot better if it was under 2.5 hours. And one nitpicky thing that I did have with this movie is that there were a couple of attempted long takes in this movie, but you could very clearly see when they made cuts, and that was kind of distracting for me. I know that's very nitpicky, but it did stand out to me. I also found this movie to be very repetitive after a certain point. Like 2 hours into the movie, I was starting to feel like, okay, it's just the same thing happening over and over again, and let's just wrap this up. And it took quite a while for it to wrap up. And after a certain point, I kind of started to realize I didn't really care about the characters all that much. They're kind of there, but I'm not really attached to any one of these characters, really. I like following Gandhi and his journey because I've been following him for so long in this movie, but after a certain point, you just kind of realize, aside from that, there isn't really much to care about in this movie. Or at least that's how I felt. And this movie also won Best Picture at the Oscars, and maybe it would have been my choice. I'm not really a fan of The Verdict. I don't really remember much about Tootsie, but I do remember seeing it. E.T., I think, is fine. I know that's kind of a hot take. And I haven't seen Missing yet. But Gandhi, I guess, is my pick out of those 5. So, I guess it deserved it out of those nominees. Who knows? Maybe I'll like Missing a lot better, but anyways, I thought I should just mention that briefly. Overall, this movie was decent. I didn't regret watching it. I'll probably never watch it again, but I can officially say that I've seen it. And I would recommend that you check this movie out. It's just not a movie that I think is a masterpiece. So, check this movie out whenever you get the chance, and with all that being said, I'm going to give Gandhi a 6 out of 10. Thank you for watching my videos as always. If you enjoyed this review, be sure to leave a like and comment down below you thought of Gandhi, and my social media links, they will all be in the description, so follow me there. And last but not least, subscribe to be a part of Foley Nation, and I'll see you when I get my next review up, and that is going to be for West Side Story. So look forward to that, but until I get that up, thank you for watching and have a great day.